This is the plaintiff, Katora Mahdi. She says she paid the defendant to rent an apartment, and when she arrived with her moving company, there was a no trespassing sign on the fence, and the gate was locked. She called the cops, showed them her lease, and after a little investigation, they told her the place was illegal and she couldn't move in. She hasn't gotten her money back from the crooked defendant, and is now out $1,734.54, the amount she's suing for. This is the defendant, Michael. He says the plaintiff gave him $500 to hold the apartment he was renting, and he told her he wanted to do a background check on her before he let her move in. Well, the background check revealed she was a nightmare tenant who was being evicted from her current home, and he told her she was not welcome to move in. A week later, the woman shows up with a moving truck and was actually trying to break into the place. Owe her money for all she's put him through? No way. He's accused of a lockout.
All parties, please raise your right hands. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Katora Mahdi?
Yes.
You are suing Michael, Joanne, and Joan. You're Michael. I can figure out that much. And who's Joanne and Joan?
Joanne is actually my mother, and Joan is my grandmother.
Okay, who owns the house?
I own the house, and my grandmother lives in it.
Sounds like you really should just be suing Michael, who was your landlord. Who was going to be your landlord for $1,734.54 that you say you were out as a result of him breaching a lease that you had to move in.
Yes.
All right, what happened?
On July 8th, I went on Google to look for an apartment. The purpose for me looking for an apartment is because the current landlord has decided to sell his home. In the midst of selling his home, part of the legal contract was that the home be empty so it can be viewed. For the apartment to be empty, he did a, eviction. So.
Why does the guy have to go to, do you have the eviction papers?
No, I do not have the eviction.
Okay, so you're trying to find a new place. Let's put that to the side.
Anyway,
you find his place, you like his place, you sign a lease. Does he talk to you about whether or not he's going to do a credit check or anything else? Or?
No, he did not. I explained to him that I've been in my current house.
And they're selling it, and that's why I'm leaving.
For 4 years.
But you didn't say he's evicting me.
No, I did not.
All right, and what happens?
And looking over the apartment, Mike and I discussed some things along with my daughter as to what we wanted to be repaired, such as the paint, such as moving the furniture out of the second room, and some other little things. Mike decided that he'll rent a cleaning machine. It was a deal that he rent a machine, I would clean.
Okay, so you clean on 7:30. Do you do anything other than the carpets or just the carpets?
I clean the carpets, I cleaned the bathroom, I washed the windows, I cleaned the window sills. Okay. And he took the sliding doors off so that...
What do you mean he took the sliding doors off?
Basically, it had a lock.
Oh, he unlocked it?
He unlocked it.
Okay.
And so that he said that when the movers come in, they can take the sliding door off.
Okay, so what happened?
The next day, I come to move in, and I was faced with a boarded up fence that says no trespassing, something about the police and a dog, beware of dogs. So that's what I came to. I called Mike. Mike did not answer his cell phone. I called the police, and the police officer spoke to Mike on the phone. The police officer said Mike said that he had sent me letters notifying me that the apartment was not available for rent because it was illegal.
Had he sent you letters saying that?
No.
Okay. Did he text you?
He did not text me. I had not received a text from him.
Did he call you?
He did not call me.
Okay.
To notify me of this matter at all.
Okay. Can I see the police report?
Yes, you may.
Do you have a copy of your lease?
Yes, I do.
May I see both those things? What's going on? Why didn't you want her to move in?
First off, this is the original lease. This is the lease that was signed by me.
Let me see. Is that a copy or an original lease?
No, this is the original lease that was signed.
It?
And the copy that she had, I also physically signed purposely. I keep track of everything. I'm very meticulous with record keeping. So
I'm sorry. So there's nothing on my lease that is different from his lease.
Except for there is.
Besides the fact that I put the initial besides paid. And
no, there is something different on your lease than her lease. And the something different is this notation down here that says deposit given to hold apartment until 8/1 pending satisfactory background check and proof of financial gain. Tenant states she is not currently being evicted. That's on yours. It's not on hers. Why is that?
That was obviously whited out and copied.
No, it wasn't whited out.
I signed a copy of her lease.
Listen, I was a prosecutor for a long time. I can tell when that happens. Okay? Because it kind of starts to look like maybe you added it in.
I signed a copy of her lease. Look at the back of the original. You can tell the inlays. You can.
May I speak, Your Honor?
No, because I'm still investigating this.
Okay, thank you.
There are many, many stapler holes. Why is that? I would expect there to be one hole and one new staple after you copied it.
Ma'am, I don't know why there's multiple. All I know is that I'm telling the truth in the name.
Your Honor, I signed her copy.
And I am telling the truth.
All right, in any event, let's move on from this and let's talk about something else. According to you, the facts are different. You say you met her, you leased the place to her, and according to you, you told her this is all subject to a background check. She signs the lease what day? July 13th?
If that's what it says,
The
Your
lease
Honor,
is made
yes.
July 13th. That's what the lease says.
Then
Okay.
that's the date.
Let me ask you a question. What day did you do the background check? Or what day did you get a result of the
29th.
Okay. You did it on the internet, so don't you have it in writing?
Oh, I didn't even think I'd need it.
You thought that she was going to go into the night peacefully when you kept her $500?
No, I didn't keep her $500. I tried to refund it twice. She denied it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So when you get the results of a background check, which you say are on the 29th, but
Yes.
it sounds like you're just throwing a number at me because I'm insisting. All right. You're not sure when that is. What is it? What action do you take?
When I get the results, I dug a little deeper. First thing that came up was she said she had good credit. She definitely did not. She had 2 bankruptcies in 4 years.
Did you have 2 bankruptcies in 4 years?
I just filed bankruptcy, yes.
Okay.
Just filed, yes.
Go on.
All right. I then said, well, I asked her purposely, are you being evicted? She said, no. I said, may I please have your landlord's phone number as a reference to contact him? She said, no, you cannot. Me and him are not on good terms.
Okay.
Okay.
And this was when?
This was about 7 days into my investigation, if you want to call it that. So
Okay.
I Googled, I went on the internet, I researched her address. Her home is for sale. I called the realtor. I spoke with an agent. The agent said, I actually pretended I wanted to buy the house. He said he cannot sell me the house yet because it has actually been an eviction for quite some time now. And she had told me at the beginning she's not being evicted. Why would I ever want to rent to
Okay. Did
somebody?
you ever look up the eviction?
No, those records are not able for me to find. Actually.
Why not? They're public record.
No, I couldn't. I swear I tried hard.
Let me see what you do have. All right. So then when do you contact her to tell her we have a problem?
The 30th?
Okay. And she's supposed to move in the 30 days of September,
the
June, or
1st.
November. She's supposed to move in 2 days later.
Yes.
Okay. And how do you contact
I called her.
You called her. Do you have phone records?
I have text messages.
Okay. That's good.
I can show you those.
Yeah. Let me see those. Do you know how to retrieve the history of calls on your cell phone or no?
No. May I approach?
No. He'll get it from you, but let me
bring it up.
see the texts. So you call her, and does she talk to you?
Yes.
And what
Very nice.
what do
I
you
said,
say?
Katura, I have bad news. She said, what is it? I said, I found something out about you. It turns out you are an eviction. You have bankruptcies. I'm not going to have you be moving in. She said, oh, no, Mike, we need to talk about this. You can't do this. I said, you're not welcome in my home, but if you want to talk about this, then you can come over. She said, okay. Then she said, I'll call you back and let you know when I'm coming over. I went back to work. She called me, left me a message, said, okay, Mike, I will be coming over as we discussed between 5:30 and 6:30 at night. Please be sure you'll be there. I went home. I waited. Nothing showed up. I get a phone call saying, stop calling me, stop texting me. I don't want to hear it. And then all of a sudden the next day, my grandma calls and says, there's a lady outside banging on the windows trying to
Okay,
get
wait a
in the
minute.
door.
You get a phone call from her saying, stop calling and stop texting me?
Yes.
Did you, a message?
Yes. So
Did you keep
voicemail,
it?
yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me see.
What do you want first?
I want everything. I don't know. I can't decide what I want first.
Plaintiff says she was supposed to rent the defendant's apartment, but when she tried moving in, she couldn't because the place was illegal. The defendant says the real reason the plaintiff didn't move in is because she was a nightmare. Let's listen.
Those are voicemail messages. If you want to start at the top.
Which one? K Tenant?
Well, they're all
All of them
yeah,
are.
she blocked the other ones.
Did you say that he told the police that the apartment was illegal?
He told the police that the apartment is an illegal rent, and I called the town of Brookhaven, the building and code inspection, and found out that the apartment is illegal. It does not have a occupant's certificate.
CO.
You don't have a CO?
It had not had one
We did.
since March 9th of 2009.
All right. It was never renewed when I
Yeah,
bought the
and
house.
he
All right, hold on one second.
Hi, Mike. It's me, Kay calling. I would like to meet with you after work today, as we had discussed this morning. But in the meantime, I appreciate if you not text me or call me, and I'll see you after work.
Why are you telling him not to text you or call you?
Yes.
Is he texting you or calling you? Because
Mike-
you testified that he wasn't texting you or calling you, and yet there you are telling him to stop harassing
Okay,
you.
may I speak?
Yeah, I want an
Why?
answer to exactly what I just asked.
What happened was Mike and I communicated by phone. Mike sent me one text.
Show me the text. Okay.
Your Honor, I would like to show you the text, but the text is not there because other texts have come in.
Let me see your phone.
Your Honor, I don't have my
There are
phone.
2 pictures.
Where's your phone, ma'am?
I left my phone at home. But I'm telling the truth in the name of God. I'm
So you
telling
don't
the
mind if
truth.
my court officer looks in your bag for your phone, right?
You can look in here.
Go ahead, go on in there and look for her phone.
Your Honor, may I press this?
please.
No secret pockets anywhere?
No secrets.
No phone, Your Honor.
Okay, well, here's a text to you that says, I will be home after 6. Thank you. Please call or text to notify me as to when you are coming. Well, then why are you saying that he's not notifying you that there's a problem? Just for my phone records, this is also August 1st at 9:47 p.m.
She never showed up.
You had your chance to come today, 8/1/12, and you were a no-show between 5 and 6:30. I have your message confirming our appointment. Now any further correspondence will be through my attorney. On 8/2 at 7:24 in the morning, you say to him, we all will be there at 12 to move in as scheduled.
Right.
So clearly the
Right.
guy is telling you we have a problem and you're not coming in here, and you decide to go there anyway to be able to get the apartment anyhow.
Right.
But it's like you keep lying to me and pretending that you never heard from him.
I didn't say I did not hear
Oh,
from
yes,
him.
you did.
I
You
Well, then
did.
you-
Yes.
Your
Yes,
Honor, if
you
I
did.
said I did not hear from him, that is a complete lie. And if
I asked
said-
you
if
whether
I
you
said
got
that-
exactly.
if I said
I
that
asked
to
you whether
you-
you got a letter. You said no. I asked
didn't
you whether
get a
you got a
letter.
text. You said no. I asked you whether you got a phone call. You said no.
I did?
It's not my ears, right?
Yeah.
And let me tell you why I asked about the multiple staples.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I asked about the multiple staples because
Yes.
as a prosecutor, one of the things that I learned
Yes.
from a police officer actually
Yes.
is that when you have multiple staples, it's because somebody put it together, took it apart, put it
Right.
together, took it apart. If all you did was photocopy it once for your own records, I wouldn't see 4 different multiple
Mike
staples.
has
I'm talking.
several
I'm talking.
Okay. Your
Okay.
Honor.
So the reason why I say that is because maybe it is true that there was somebody whiting it out, re-photocopying that page. The only original signatures on that page are yours. It doesn't matter.
You're a good liar.
Stop.
Very good liar.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey 11 here. So who's worse, landlords or tenants? What do you think?
Tenants,
Why?
because they aren't very nice sometimes.
Interesting. Are you a landlord or tenant?
A tenant,
Interesting. A self-hating tenant, huh?
yeah, I guess.
There you go. What do you think?
I would think a landlord would be worse. They kind of put things in their own hands and kind of play by their own rules.
Okay, and what do you think?
Landlord,
Why?
they're expensive.
Well, I didn't say they're expensive. I said, are they worse? Worse. Landlords, tenants. I got nothing here. Going inside the courtroom.
Even if you told somebody pending satisfactory background check, if you wait till the day before to tell them, then there's something on you for that. Let's talk about it. According to you, you're out $740 to the moving company. Prove to me that you spent $740 on a moving company.
This is a letter from the moving company foreman.
Did you have
who
a
was
key?
there.
Did you have a key?
No, Mike.
Oh, let me see the letter from the moving company for
I
me.
don't have a key because he was he has to re-lock the sliding
If I
doors. And
believe
here's-
that you
and here are the
knew,
pictures of
stop
where
and
we
listen.
were.
If I believe that you did know that he didn't want to rent to you, and you went ahead and had the movers put everything on the truck and
Right,
go over
right.
there, why would I ever
Right.
make him reimburse
That's
you for the
insanity.
moving expenses?
That's insanity. If I had
What's
known,
insanity?
That's insanity for a person to move into a place if they know that they're not
Yeah,
supposed
except
to
for
be
that,
there.
it's not that insane if you're hoping that because he left the sliding door open, you'll be able
You
to
can't
get in.
go-
Because once
no.
you're in there,
Can't get her out.
then you roost.
Your Honor, may I comment
Just a
on that
second.
eviction?
No, just a second.
I also
well,
have
I'm sorry, but I see the text where he sent it to you saying, You had an opportunity to meet with me to try to work this out between 5 and 6. You were a no-show, and therefore, any further correspondence with me has to be through my attorney.
I didn't get that message, and the reason I didn't get it is because my text message.
But you won't give me a phone to check and see if you got the message.
No.
And I see that it was texted to you.
When was the text?
August 1st. And then you text him August 2nd at 7:24 in the morning telling him we all will be there at 12 to move in as scheduled.
Right. I didn't get
Why do you use the phrase as scheduled if you're not on notice that the guy's telling you you are not going to move in?
What number did he text that to? Because I didn't get that previous text.
You're a bad liar.
This is your phone texting him. It's you saying as scheduled.
As scheduled.
Like, I don't care about this other stuff you're saying because I'm going to move in as scheduled.
Thank you.
That's what it appears to be, but that's not what happened.
Okay.
And I have
all right. There's $500 that you paid him, correct? You claim that you were trying to give those $500 back.
That was why I had to come over that night. I was going to give it to her
and said that he didn't want to give it back.
Oh, let me see the letter.
Where's the letter, Mike, that you wrote?
Wait, why don't you give me the letter? Stop talking to a litigant directly in my courtroom. Give me the letter.
Unfortunately, the letter.
Okay, do you have the letter?
No.
Where's the letter?
Was there a letter where you said, I'm not giving you your money back? Do you feel that you owe her the deposit back, seeing as it's so late in the game when you finally got off your lazy boy chair and actually did the background check that you should have done before renting to her, before signing a lease, and certainly within a day or two from July 13th?
Your
Your Honor.
You feel you don't owe the $500?
No, Your Honor.
Why?
Because everything that I have just been through all of this, this is ridiculous. She gave me the deposit.
Whose fault is this? You could have stopped all this by not renting to somebody you didn't do a background check on.
I know. I did it within the 14. I know.
I should do a background check on
All right.
Your Honor,
Stop. What is the $30 you're suing for stop payment on check? What does that mean?
It is because we stopped payment on the check when we got there.
What check?
The check to pay the first and last month.
You had mailed it?
No, I gave it to him.
Anything I received was in cash, $500 deposit. I didn't receive the first month's rent. I didn't receive the last month's
give
rent.
us back
Let me see your stop payment fee.
It's all in that receipt package.
Did you ever receive a check for $21?
I did not get any check.
Because if she went through the effort on
check.
August 2nd to go put a stop payment on it, it sounds like maybe she gave it to you or mailed it to you or
We
something.
did
No
give it.
check.
She wrote the check.
I didn't
It was
deposit a
in
check.
her-
I didn't receive a check. I didn't see a check.
I know you didn't deposit it, but
You did receive it to you.
Okay,
Lying
okay.
again.
Did she clean the apartment?
Yes, she's cleaned the rugs. I paid for the carpet cleaner.
Okay, so you're suing for $500 that you paid him to hold the apartment. You're suing for $740 that you paid the moving company to get your stuff out of that place. What happened with the eviction on that place?
Oh, I'm back in the place.
You went back in there?
I went back to where else was I supposed to go? I couldn't move in the apartment I paid the rent for.
Okay. You're suing for $30 for the stop payment on the check, $250 for the time you spent cleaning the apartment, $22.92 for cleaning supplies, $91.62 for the U-Haul boxes. Well, you still have the boxes, right? $100
No, the boxes.
for money spent going back and forth to the apartment. Okay. So here's what I think. You probably did a very wise thing by not renting to her, but the wise thing costs you. And here's what I think it costs you. Because I firmly and fully believe that she darn well knew that you were saying, do not come, I'm not renting to you, from all of the evidence of the texts and her back and forth in here when she's testifying. And you said it to her in time for her not to pack a moving van and to cancel a moving van. And she was playing her odds and decided to go ahead and go through with it. I find that she's not entitled to the money she paid the moving van. That was a calculated risk on your part, and that did not work out so well for you. I find that she is entitled to $500. You don't get $500 for being lazy and not doing a background check quickly. I find that she is entitled to the $30 because there's no reason under any stretch of any imagination that she would go to the bank the day that all this horrible stuff happens and stop payment unless she had given you a check that you then just ended up not cashing. I'm a little bit concerned about your credibility on that. So I do find she's entitled to that. I find that she's entitled to some money for cleaning the apartment. It's not the amount she's asking for. I'm going to find that she's entitled to $100 for her efforts there in total. I don't find that she's entitled to boxes. I don't find that she's entitled to money spent going back and forth to the apartment. And I therefore find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $630. That is my verdict. Good luck, folks.
That's better than nothing. Thank you.
And so the landlord maybe did the right thing, but you're slow and lazy, so you had to pay for it. So what's your reaction to this?
I think it worked out just as I thought it would. As long as she's not in my house, it's a win for me.
Why didn't you move more quickly and
Again,
do your part?
No excuse for laziness.
All right, hurry up. Out.
Thanks.
Right that way. All right, come on in here. So you're satisfied how this comes out here?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. But it's taught me a lesson, because what I should have done is brought my cell phone that would prove some of the information that I was trying to tell. Also, for what was the other information I asked? There was something else that I asked him for, but I can't recall at the time.
Harvey?
But anyway.
It's funny. I think both landlords and tenants should know something about each other before a lease is signed, because this actually is a relationship. And it is probably a good idea to at least sit down with the person that you're involved in a contract with, possibly for a year or even many years. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.